Friends, have you ever wondered how the very first human came to America? Thousands of years ago, America was not the land of skyscrapers, highways, or big cities that we see today. Instead, it was a wild and untouched land, filled with endless forests, snowy mountains, and giant animals like mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and giant sloths. The question that historians and archaeologists have always asked is simple but mysterious. Who were the first humans to set foot in America, and how did they get there? To understand this, we must go back nearly 20,000 years to the time of the last ice age. At that time, a large part of Earth's water was trapped in massive sheets of ice that covered much of the northern world. Because of so much ice, sea levels were much lower than they are today. This exposed a stretch of land that connected Asia with North America. Scientists call this natural bridge Beringia. Imagine a wide grassland, frozen at times, that stretched from Siberia in Russia all the way to Alaska in America. Now, humans living in Asia were hunter-gatherers. They moved constantly, following animals like reindeer, bison, and mammoths for food, clothing, and survival. Slowly, without even knowing they were entering a new continent, these early people crossed Beringia, step by step, following the herds. It wasn't a journey of days or months, it was a migration of generations. Families lived, traveled, and died along the way, until eventually, they found themselves in a new world. Once they entered Alaska, the journey wasn't easy. Massive glaciers blocked many paths, but over thousands of years, ice-free corridors opened, allowing them to spread southward. Some groups followed the Pacific coast, using small boats and rafts, living on fish and sea animals. Others traveled inland through valleys, hunting and gathering along the way. Archaeological evidence helps us piece together this incredible journey. Sites like Clovis in New Mexico show stone spear points that are at least 13,000 years old. These tools were sharp, carefully designed, and perfect for hunting large animals. But recent discoveries have pushed the timeline even further back. In places like Chile and Mexico, scientists have found signs that humans may have been in the Americas as early as 20,000 years ago, challenging everything we once thought. These first people didn't just survive, they thrived. They adapted to deserts, forests, plains, and mountains. Over thousands of years, they spread from the frozen north to the warm jungles of Central America, and even further south to the tip of South America. They developed rich cultures, diverse languages, and unique ways of life. Their descendants became the Native American tribes, each with their own traditions, stories, and wisdom. What's fascinating is that all of this happened without maps, without compasses, and without knowing where the journey would end. It was survival, curiosity, and the search for food that led to one of the greatest migrations in human history. So, when we ask how the first humans came to America, the answer lies not in ships or planes, but in frozen lands, endless patience, and the courage of people who followed nature's path. This journey shaped the history of two continents, and its echoes still live today in the cultures and people who carry the legacy of those first Americans.